Hello everyone, because I was pulling up the next letter and then I left it here, started the live, and then realized the secret message was there. So I think I turned it off in time where no one saw it and I deleted it. But there might have been a couple people that saw it, I'm not sure, but I'm starting over regardless. So I'm gonna wait for everyone to come back in. Let me know if you see the hidden letter and if you can hear me okay. I'm just pulling up my video on my iPad here. Sorry guys, I switched the video or the live because I had revealed the secret message. So I think I deleted it fast enough. Okay, but let me know. I do see the secret letter. I'm looking pretty clear on screen, no blurriness. Okay, cool. All right, so we got 10 people in. Let me go grab my calendar. Oh wait, you know what? That is not my calendar. Okay. Guys, I think my calendar might be in my car, so I think I'm just gonna show you. Well, I don't know if it's in the car, but you can check. I can just show them the dies because I already cut everything out. So day 7, I have the snowman. So I'm pretty sure the calendar is in my car. Or the one I took from my mom's house is not the correct one. I will investigate after the live, but either way, this is day 7. You get 3 snowflakes, the honeycomb snowman, and then the intricate snowman. I really like this set. I'm excited. I'm by myself today, and I do want to do 2 projects, so I might go a little bit over time. So I think we'll start with the honeycomb because I know that takes a little bit longer. And I did want to show you guys that I have been working with felt. I've added some seed beads to this. And here's another one. I have never really stitched on felt before. So this one was one I just did while I was watching TV. I don't really like the stitching that I did in the center. But you can, fill these up. And I'll put a little tie on it. I plan to make a garland, so I'm gonna do shades of blue. And I did add seed beads on some of the points on the star, but again, not great at stitching, so some of the seed beads have come off, but I did better with this one. This is my second one. You can see I added knots to this one, so hopefully it's fine. But yes, I do plan to do a video just on the felt, but it takes too long to do a live, and I think it'd be kind of boring to show all the stitching. But I thought I'd show you guys because you can cut these intricate layers from 100% wool felt. All right, but today we're gonna make a honeycomb and a shaker tag. I really thought the intricate layer would be really pretty as a shaker. So we'll start with the harder one because I think the shaker one I can finish pretty quickly. I have cut, I want to say, I would say maybe 37 snowmen. I'll count as I'm gluing, but I've already folded them in half. So you can see this is how I cut them through my Empress. I have the 24-pound paper from the different paper packs that we sell. I'm going with all white today. And I run through 6 snowmen at a time. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 32, 36. So yeah, I run it through 7 times and that you have all of your pieces. You can do more, you can do less. I think 35 to 40 is like the perfect amount. So I cut them from white. Now, before I start doing my glue pattern. I did see someone in the fan group, and if you are watching this live, please shout this out because this is your idea. She did a snowman where she made the hat black and she added a ribbon scarf, and it was really cute. So I'm gonna recreate that. And I'm sorry I didn't look at the name. I just saw it a couple days ago and I was like, ooh, I want to try that. So I have not done any like blending on any of my honeycombs yet. So I am gonna pull in black soot distress ink. And the only coloring I'm gonna do will be to the snowman's hat. And I have to be a bit careful here because this is 24-pound paper. So what I did to avoid getting black into the round areas, I did cut a heavyweight snowman. This is 100-pound white cardstock. I'm going to just cut straight across his hat. And this is gonna be my mask. All right, so the only purpose this is gonna serve is to color up the hat on each of my snowmen. So this is gonna take a little bit of time, but I think it's gonna be worth it. So I have a blender brush here. It's probably easier to use a smaller brush, but I don't have any. Oops, see what I mean? You have to be careful because it's 24-pound paper. And you could also, if you had 24-pound black paper, probably just cut these out again, just the hats from black, and glue it on top. So okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go from the bottom up to color their hats. And that's gonna keep it pretty clean. I mean, it's not perfect. This is not blending, like very great blending paper, but I think it's for the purposes of this technique, because there's gonna be so many glued back to back, I think it'll turn out really cute. So this will take a bit of time. So I'm going to read some comments as I do this. So just line up my mask again. I'm not sure if this mask is gonna last for all 40 or so die cuts that I have, but we'll find out. I don't think it needs to really be that perfect, so. All right, we got 25 people joining us today, so I think that's cute. And if you wanted to really go all out with the ink blending, you could, and maybe I'll do it, let me know if you guys want me to, but you could take a blue blender and go around the edges of the round parts of the snowman. I'm thinking I'm just gonna spray these with the glitter spray at the end, so I'm not sure if I really need to add the blue color, but I'll certainly do it if you guys are interested. All right, so because this is 24-pound paper, I am making up and down strokes versus my normal circular strokes because this paper could easily bend and rip. So this is working out pretty well. Working on a glass mat, so when I'm all done blending these up, it'll be very easy to just wipe off my mat. And I will have to probably wash my hands after this because I don't want to add black anywhere else on my snowman. Okay. Hello, Susan. Hope everyone's 3-day weekend went well. I did ship out all orders from the new release. If you placed an order over the weekend, they are all shipped out. and you guys are loving the new release. I think this might be like the most loved Christmas collection that I've ever brought out. You guys really love it, and that makes me so excited. I am working on videos for the trifolds, so be on the lookout for that. I'll be posting some videos this week and next week for that. We'll also have an inspiration hop on Instagram. I'm not sure when yet, but I will update you guys when I know. All right, so this mask is working really well. Only getting black in the areas for his hat. All right, now there are some die cuts layered behind this one, so I'm able to do the swirly motions. But as I, take one layer off, I have to be more careful. And you can see I have a couple snowmen that are not perfectly cut. That's fine. You're probably not going to notice that. So I'm still going to ink these ones up. I'm using Black Soot Distress Oxide ink for this. Or actually, this is just regular Distress ink. This is not oxide ink. If you are just now tuning in, make sure you go into the description to get your secret letter for today. I'm ready to make some trucks. Yes, the trucks are really fun. I'm actually, probably tomorrow morning, I'm gonna set up I have a pencil tree that I've had as my main Christmas tree for the last 6 or 7 years. But this year I am buying a new Christmas tree, like a fatter one. And I'm gonna use my pencil tree in my craft room because I have so many paper ornaments. And I will be sure to post the pencil tree on Instagram because I now have at least 30 ornaments that I can put on to that tree. Again, thank you to everyone who placed an order over the weekend. I'm so excited that you guys are loving the new collection. I'm excited to see this snowman. Yes, I am using a heavyweight snowman. I cut the hat off, so this is my mask. And that is allowing the black ink only to show up on the hat. I am, for the most part, swiping the ink upwards because I did cut these snowmen from 24-pound white paper. This is the paper that's in the blue winter set that we sell. This is taking a bit of time because there's so many. But we'll get there. Otherwise, the snowman is just going to be like every other honeycomb. But I saw someone in the fan group create their snowmen with black hats, and I thought that was really cute. I think if you don't have inks or you don't want to get inky, pretty sure if you have some lightweight 24-pound black, you can just cut the hat out multiple times and glue the hats on top as opposed to inking. But I don't have 24-pound black, so this is what I decided to do here. Now the same person in the group, I'm so sorry, I should have looked up the name of the designer to credit her. but she did a ribbon scarf around her snowman. So we're gonna do the same thing. So this entire ornament, I have to give her credit for. This was not my idea. There's also lots of suggestions to make a big snowflake with the day 6 ornament. And a couple of you in the group did that and they look fabulous. So I plan to do another video, like a dedicated pre-recorded video showcasing that, because I really want to make some now. And I like that you can create one large ornament, and then if you wanted to, you can create like an extra large snowflake. So I'm gonna make like 5 sets of each, and those are really gonna fill my tree nicely. That was a really great idea. Okay, hi Susie, thanks for joining us for the first time. I broke down and got the trucks, thank you. Yeah, the trucks are darling. I will also have another dedicated video for the trucks because I plan to make a set of trucks for Taylor's students. So I'll be mass producing them. All right, we're almost there. I'm thinking I might as well just add the blue ink while I am like in the zone. So I'm just gonna, oh wait, I think there was one under this, maybe. Yes. Hey Cordelia, thanks for joining. I am by myself today, so we might go a little bit over an hour. All right, so this mask is definitely holding up. So if you're ever needing like a mask, but you don't have masking paper, I think just cutting from heavyweight works even better because you can do so many layers. So I think this is around, I would say 37 snowmen that I cut. So and you can see they're perfectly white there at the bottom still. All right, let me see what's going on in the chat. Okay, everyone's just kind of chatting together. That's really nice. Okay, got one more thick pile here. It's a pile of 6, I believe. So on the top one, the 6th, it's easy to do the rotation, but as I start taking them off the pile, I have to be more careful. The cats are making noises again. So do we have any Thanksgiving plans happening? What do you guys normally do for Thanksgiving? Hey, I'm not sure if my mom is here yet. I don't see her in the chat yet. I'm sure she'll pop in later. Ooh, see, I wasn't careful enough with that one. Ooh, okay, this one is a little bit bent up. That's okay. All right. All right, down to the final 4 or 5 here. And then I'm gonna get some Lysol wipes and clean up my mat and my hands before going to the next step. And have we decided, do we wanna add blue to these snowmen or keep them completely white? So I think the blue would be faster because I'm only gonna ink like the edges versus the whole thing. Okay, final snowman here. And then I'm gonna get a wipey. Keep it white? Okay, sounds good. Snowmen are white, so. There we go. So I have all their hats done. Let me get a wipe. I like the white. Yeah, me too. You can buy it because the honeycomb is really where that cool factor comes in. So I don't think we really need the blue. Okay. Okay, so we have all our snowmen now. They're already kind of folded in half. I'm gonna grab my glue. And start doing a pattern. And I'm gonna do the same pattern for all of our snowmen because they are all the same color. My glue is pretty dry because here we go. Okay, so I'm thinking we will do 4 dots. Actually, we could do a dot on the hat. So I'm thinking here, 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 and then maybe just one in the middle on the hat. I glue up a couple of these before I taco them. Hey Brenda, thanks for joining. Remember to check out the secret letter in the description. All right, I'm folding these in half. I gotta be careful touching the ink. Don't want to get the black ink into the white areas. All right. Just doing my dots. Doing more dots than I usually do, but that's just because every one is going to be the same. Isn't there nose button? Wait, isn't there nose and button die in the box too? No, I'll show you guys again what the snowman includes. I already put mine on a magnet. So in day 7, you should have honeycomb, intricate layer, and 3 snowflakes. So there's no button or carrot nose in this one. My kitty can hear your kitty. Right now he's trying to climb up the walls. Let's see if that was him. Does anyone here have a Siamese? And can vouch that they talk a lot? They are like the most vocal cats. And I've had cats my whole life. And Siamese are just the loudest. Bengals are also pretty loud, but they almost sound like they're chirping. Whereas Siamese sound like they're screaming. My cat may be part Siamese. Well, Siamese and tabbies were the first original cats, so it's very likely your cat has Siamese. I have a mix and a husky. I heard huskies are like the Siamese of dogs. Very, very loud and emotional. I have a ginger and white cat, most loudest talkative cat I've ever had. I had an orange cat when I was a kid. Two Siamese and 1 Himalayan. Oh, I missed a hat on this one. We're gonna put that one aside. I'm probably not gonna use that one. This one I think has one underneath. I'm gonna take that one out. And then hopefully we have enough. Worst case, I can add them back in. So I'm doing the same dot pattern on all snowmen. Oh, I have a tabby. Life-changing best decision was to get a cat. I agree, I'm a cat person. Hey Anderson, I'm not sure what's going on with YouTube. I'm subscribed to a lot of people as well, and I'm never notified when they post a video or go live. I think that's a YouTube problem right now. I have had tabbies. They're really loving. I've had almost every cat you can really think of, except long hair. I've never had a long-haired cat, like a Maine Coon. Saltwater fish? Oh, I'm jealous. I have 3 fish tanks. And Taylor and I went to the fair on Saturday, and we could not win any of the games where you win a big stuffed animal. So I went to the goldfish game and spent he spent $20 to get me a $5 fish. But it was very fun. So I have 2 tanks that have a goldfish in it, and then I have a cichlid tank right now. But I really want to do saltwater, but Taylor won't agree. And he handles the fish stuff right now, so. I really just want a clownfish. I don't care about really any other saltwater fish. I just want a single clownfish. I love fish, but can't keep them alive. Different fish have different temperaments. I had discus for a while. I was able to keep them alive for like a year. And then my electric went out for only maybe 12 hours and they died. Like, you look at them wrong and they'll just keel over. But if anyone has had discus, you know how challenging it is to keep their water perfect. And I managed to do that for a year. We have 2 clownfish in separate tanks. Oh. What other saltwater do you have? Angelfish are awesome. Yeah, my friends have angelfish. They're really pretty. Fish tanks are high maintenance. They're really not, depending on the fish you get. Right now, the cichlids I have, they only require a water change maybe like once a month, whereas with the discus, I had to do it once a week. That's the main reason when they died, I didn't buy new ones, because it's just too much work. But I know with saltwater, it's a lot more high maintenance than freshwater. Yeah, I really, for the summer collection, I'm going back and forth on what if I want to do an Alaska themed collection or tropical fish, like fish tank kind of fish. So I would mix freshwater and saltwater fish. My husband takes care of the fish tanks. Yeah, Taylor got me into the fish. And now I'm obsessed. I like betta fishes as well. Before we got the fair goldfish, I had a betta, but my betta died like a month ago. He was over a year old, so. If you get them set up with great equipment, they are less work. Yeah, I know. If I did saltwater, I'd have to invest in a whole, you know, I would not go cheap with saltwater because those fish are not cheap to buy. Okay, finally. So now we can glue these together. And I'm not gonna add any more glue to the hat because I want you to see the hat and the fact that it's black. So I think attaching these, I'm only gonna add glue there and there. And we'll start stacking them up. And then once I have these all stacked, I'm gonna do my other project because I do wanna make sure that this fully dries before I fan it open. I love the fish idea for summer. Yeah, I go back and forth because I'm going to Alaska either in early June or late May. So I know I'm gonna be excited to draw Alaska stuff. What glue do you use? This is art glitter glue. This is my favorite glue. I think Barely Art I've heard is really good as well. Are there exciting things in Alaska? I thought it was mostly ice. My parents took me when I was like 10, so I don't remember a lot of it. But they have whale watching, they have fishing, like salmon fishing, glacier tours, Glacier Bay if you go on a cruise. So there's a lot to do. Yeah, and the wildlife is crazy. They got puffins, every whale, humpback, orcas, eagles. Yeah, I mainly want to go for salmon fishing and for whale watching. That's why I want to go at the end of May because supposedly the orcas are still there. And then I think they migrate to Hawaii in early June, so. I've been hearing a lot of people with Alaska plans. Yeah, I think Alaska has really grown in popularity. I've been wanting to go for years. Hey, Estelle. All right, It's getting pretty full now. And once this is all stacked up, I'm gonna set it aside to dry, and we'll work on the next little project, which I think is gonna be faster because I'm just doing a shaker tag. So here, oh, look at that. Oh, I love the black hat. Ooh, that's gonna be really pretty. All right, let's keep going. The honeycombs never like cease to amaze me. Every time I'm like, ooh, ah. I like Alaska for the summer. A lot of different fish stamp and dyes. Yes. I feel like there's a lot of like mountainous stuff out there in the industry, but I would be doing like mainly whales. It would be all Alaska, so whales, salmon, very specific collection. Obviously, I'll also do mountains, but thank you, Terrelyn. Thank you. Oh, I guess it doesn't really have to be stacked too perfectly. By the time it's fanned out, I don't think you can really notice. Like you can see, mine is definitely a little bit off, but really happy with the black hat. I think that was worth the extra bit of time. The puffin. Oh yes, I would definitely put puffins in. Those are so cute. I also saw or read that puffins leave in June as well, so I might have a chance to see puffins in May. Ah, thank you, Cordelia. I'm glad you're having fun. All right, last couple here. And then I'll let this dry before I close it up. Thank you, Kathy. Okay, this is going to be done after this one. That's how it's looking. I'm glad we kept it white. I like the black and the white there. Okay, but before I close it, I just want to make sure it has a couple minutes to dry. So let's pull in. By the way, if you are coming in right now, because a couple people came in, I have started felt stitching. So I have never stitched on felt before, so this was kind of like my trial one. And some of the beads have come out because I didn't tie them in properly. But given that this is not technically a stitching die, I think it's still really pretty. So I plan to make a bunch of these and film a video making a garland out of them. But I got a little bit better with my stitching, like the seed beads on this one. And yeah, so I'll have a video specifically for felt. Like this one, I don't really like the stitching I did across. Like I would probably just do stitching around the edges for the other ones, but this was a good like trial run to learn. So on this one, I'm gonna attach the other snowman to the back of this. I'm gonna try a blanket stitch. And then once you have a corner, like have it almost all the way closed, you stuff your stuffing in and you can create the felt ornaments. With these detail layers, you need 100% wool cotton. So Tailored Expressions is a really great felt for this technique. You can, in the background, you can use cheap felt. And I've tried so much felt to test that I have a lot more cheap felt than I do expensive felt. So I've been using the cheap felt as the solid layer and the better quality felt as the top layer. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna go back to the next project. And this one's gonna be faster, guys. So I'm gonna be creating a shaker ornament, or I guess this will be more like a tag. I plan to use it as a gift tag. So all I'm gonna do is I have cut 4 of these from heavyweight white Nina cardstock, 110 pound. And I'm gonna stack 3 of them up together. And that's gonna create the shaker walls. And then I can add sequins. That is my cats. They're going crazy. Chasing each other. Okay. So I'm gonna stack up one more. I'm gonna pick the prettier one for the top. So probably this one. I think I need to look into felt. Those are pretty neat. I agree, and I like doing the felt stuff at night when I'm watching TV. It's like mindless crafting. Okay, so for this last one, I cut a solid snowflake from acetate. Let me clean this off a little bit. Put that higher up so it doesn't get too dirty. I'm gonna add glue to the back of this last snowman. And I need to unclog. All right, so now I'm going to take my acetate snowman and glue that behind. Oh, all my embroidery floss got in the frame. Oh no, the glue blue moved. It's a bit of a mess, so I'm thinking I might try that again. I'm gonna take this one off and throw it away. I'm just gonna take a sheet of acetate, use less glue. That way, when I lay this on top, hopefully there's enough excess on the acetate that I can just trim. Okay. Smush that down. And then let me just hand cut this out. Yes, I will have a felt video. I figured it'd be really boring to watch me stitch on a live stream. So I plan to make most of these ornaments at night on my couch. And then I'll film like just one ornament that I can speed up. So then I can show you how to add the seed beads and, you know, the stuffing. Because one of those ornaments takes about 2 hours to fully stitch because I do the front and back to match. So they're definitely time consuming, but I plan to make a garland out of them that I'm going to use every year in my house, so I think it's going to be worth the time. Okay, there we go. It's a little bit better. I'm happy with that. And then I have a solid blue. And I actually think I'm going to use seed beads because this area is so small. Let's see. What I could do is cut the snowflakes out, and then you would have more area for the sequins to move around. Might do that because that might be easier than trying to add seed beads to little corners here. All right, we're gonna go with it. I should have probably done this before stacking them up, but this is how I craft. I make very quick decisions and hope for the best. So we're gonna hope for the best. I'm gonna keep these snowflakes that I'm cutting out right now, and we're gonna glue it on top of the acetate. And honestly, you actually won't even see this part because you're gonna see this part, so it doesn't even need to be pretty. You won't see it. But I am gonna keep this because that's pretty. That can go on a card. All right, so it looks messy, it's fine. You won't see this. We really just need that border. That's gonna act as the walls of the shaker, the dimension that's needed for the shaker bits to move around. Okay, so again, I'll keep this little piece as well. And kind of clean up the edges a little bit here. Okay. So this is gonna just go behind this pretty one. It should be fine. Yeah. So I'm going to glue this one on top of the blue. And I might actually, thinking I might add my ribbon or my twine. Thinking I'll do this white and silver twine. Cut more than I think I need. And what we can do is tape it down, but I don't have any tape. Oh, let me trim it a little bit. Scotch tape is what I need. Let me see. Actually, no, we can use double-sided tape. Okay, and then that'll be some more adhesive for us anyway. Okay, re-add the glue. Glue this over the blue. Now you can do the same tag on the back if you want it to be an ornament, but I'm probably just gonna write to and from on the back and make this a gift tag. Okay, so I'm thinking for my shaker bits, I have this mix, number 9 on the website. So I'm gonna add some of these because they're flat sequins. And they're gonna add just a pretty shine in there, and then I'll also add some seed beads. So these will most likely kind of stay in place, whereas the seed beads will most likely be the parts that move around. And these are the seed beads I've been using for my felt ornaments. That's gonna add some really pretty shine. And I'm thinking I might want to sell these seed beads in my shop. You know, make my own custom mixes like we do with our gems. But this tray is from Amazon, and it's really inexpensive. All right, I think that's probably good. Okay, now let me clean this off one more time before I seal it down. Okay, so I'm only gonna add glue now to the frame. This was really fast to put together. I think this would be nice to mass produce as my gift tags this year, and I can use the different shapes from the calendar to get different shaker ornaments. All right, and then we'll just glue this one on top. Oh, there's a little piece of acetate sticking out. So this is a total of 4 white layers. Oh, that's really cute. I could have done the same thing on the hat and made a black hat, the way that we made the hats on the honeycomb. But I really want this to be clean and simple, so I'm gonna leave it all white. Could also use specialty cardstock. I got my loop in there now, so I don't have to worry about that. Good thing I thought of that. And then there it is, shaken up in there. Don't know if you can really tell because it is tone on tone sequins, but just make sure it's nicely stuck. So can you guys see that? A little bit of movement in there. I like it. Nice, cute, simple project. And then you can also embellish the outside with gems if you want. I think that would be cute as a whole set. And let me get the ribbon I plan to use on my honeycomb. Maybe I'll add it to that as well. Okay. Yeah, you could give them a scarf if you want, but I think I'm gonna leave it. But I am gonna use this for the honeycomb. All right, let's come back to this. Now I can go ahead and seal it off. I'm gonna add a little bit more glue to this final one because this is gonna have to stretch across. Might get my clips to fully get this closed. Yeah, let me get my clips real quick. The white is like my favorite in the bundle. It's slightly different than the other papers. I think it's a little bit thinner because it just fans out really pretty. Hold out this other piece. Okay, while that dries, I'm gonna see though, this would be where the scarf would go. And then the topper, thinking of making it the topper color. But I really like the silver and white twine. But yeah, there's the snowman. So let me figure out, guys, what we're gonna do. So I also have a bow. That'd be kind of cute at the top. Haven't done any bows yet, but that's kind of big. How are we thinking about a scarf around his neck? Scarf or no scarf? And then I think I'm gonna do silver and white twine at the top. I could do beads. I could do a red bead or a red and black bead. Okay, one person voted scarf. Do we think beads, no beads? Scarf, scarf. Okay, let me unclip this. I think it's fine to unclip now. Do need to clip it at the top. There we go. There it is. I was gonna spray it, but I don't think I want to spray it. I like how that looks. Okay, so everyone's saying scarf. No beads. Scarf, no beads. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with the simple twine at the top then. I'm angling my ribbon and I can burn the edges. That seals them, so there's no fraying. Kind of melts the little strands. Okay, so let's see how we're gonna build this scarf. Yeah, the scarf is cute. Thinking I might just do that. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna add a dollop of glue. And kind of tighten it a little bit. And then I'm gonna kind of pull this one over that dollop. I made it a little too tight. I'm gonna loosen it up. There we go. Oh, that's kind of cute. Loosen this up a little. Okay, I do want that to dry before I trim the excess. Okay, I'm gonna leave it to dry before I cut it. Let's work on this. So no beads. We've decided no beads. All right, I think I'm gonna make it. I might have to get Taylor to make me some knots again. But I made my string super long in the hopes that I can do it myself. I didn't know you could burn ribbon. I mean, you have to be careful, but you can burn ribbon. It seals the edges, which I love. I don't know where I learned that. I learned that when I was a kid from a YouTuber. I'm doing a couple knots because I'm gonna plan to stuff the knot into the top. So it has to be pretty thick. Let's see. It should be good. I think that knot is big. Let me do one more knot just to be sure before I cut it. Okay, there's my loop. We're gonna shove it in there. So I'm gonna add tons of glue. Into the hole. And let me get my pokey tool real quick. Definitely made the knot a little bit too big. So let me see if I can, I think that's good though. I'm gonna add more glue in there. And this is gonna dry overnight, so I'm just being really generous with the glue. Adding a bunch in there. And that's how it'll be when it's fully dry. So let me trim the scarf a little bit. I do want there to be some tails. So I guess my burning was not needed because it's getting cut anyway. I think I'm gonna do this. As long as you cut it in an angle, you'll probably be fine. Perfect. Okay, there is my completed honeycomb. Again, thank you for the inspiration in the Facebook group. I always check out what you guys make, and I'm always so inspired, and I cannot wait to make the snowflakes that you guys have been showcasing in there. Okay, and then here is the simple tag. Very cute. All right, guys. So let's see. I think I did go over time a little bit, but not too bad. All right, so remember to get your secret letter in the video description. A lot of you might already have figured out the secret message. You can email me the phrase. You can guess a couple times because there could be a couple different scenarios based on the letters you currently have. Or you can wait until the 12th day and give me the phrase. But I appreciate you guys for always joining me. I will be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. for door number 8. And then we're really close to finishing off this series. I have been having so much fun, and I'm so grateful you guys are joining me each and every night of this series. So again, thank you to everyone who placed an order over the weekend. All of the orders have shipped out today. I am so grateful to have you guys. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.